So here we go. It's the Cop-Out Podcast.
That intro.
Yeah, I've got no fucking energy for this. But well, everybody, welcome back to the Cop-Out Podcast. Thanks for joining us. If you're new to the show, sorry this is your first time. If you're a regular, which you will be in the comments, welcome back. We love you dearly. We're going to try and dissect what we've just witnessed. Where Liverpool have been defeated 4-1 at home by Manchester City. It's the third loss in a row since the 60s, and it is more and more depressing with every passing minute. I'm Jay Pearson. I've got Matthew Ramirez and I've got Mick Moran with me. Mick, I'm going to come to you first, mate. Before we go through the game, just sum up how you're feeling right now, pal.
Very disappointing. I mean, they missed that penalty. We got away with it. Then they get one, which was a good goal, and then we get back in the game, and then you're thinking, right, we've shown enough in this game, like albeit in very small doses, that we can maybe get another, and then it's just goalkeeping errors from the best keeper in the world. Doesn't matter what he's done. He's been the best goalkeeper in the world past couple of years, and he will continue to be the best goalkeeper in the world. But he's had a shit show tonight, and that was just symbolic of our current form, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. Matt, why Mick's brought it up with the Alisson situation, obviously he's at fault for 2 goals. Some people can say he's at fault for the third one in terms of the way he was beating it towards his near post. And it was a great shot by Phil Foden, no doubt about that. Fair play to him, and he's a fucking brilliant footballer, Phil Foden. But Alisson, I've not seen Alisson make a mistake since the Leicester away game of 18-19 season. Correct me if I'm wrong, because my memory's not that good, but that's as far back as I can remember where he fucked up on the turn, and he hasn't fucked up since. So it's the wrong time to do it, and I'm not making excuses, because for fuck's sake, they were fucking stupid fucking mistakes. Just especially that second one, just boot the fucking ball away. You know what I mean? You've already made the first mistake, boot the fucker away.
Yeah, he's done a Karius, hasn't he? But look, he's got enough credit in the bank to
absolutely
to deserve or to be able to have a few mistakes and be forgiven, and hopefully he's got the character to not let him ruin his career. Like Karius hasn't really recovered from his mistakes. Hopefully Ali won't do the same. But yeah, even without his mistakes, we didn't warrant to win the game. So I'm not even annoyed, just sort of deflated.
Yeah, I think deflated is it's the perfect way to describe it, because Mick, going into the game, I don't think everyone would be pissed off the way the defeats happened, but I don't think there'll be a lot of people surprised given how we've played, the form that we're in, how miserable everybody feels. But there was a small part of me that the way we played that especially the first half where we grew into it and we had like 80% possession, I thought, do you know what? We could get the win here because we're playing quite well.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. Like it's just disappointing that we had a few chances in the first half. I think there was a header for Mane. You expect them to score from there. A few other chances, but it's just the way we're playing at the moment. I mean, we keep saying the same shit over and over. Like we're missing key players, and we are, but the team we've got out there, it's just lacking the final touch, and obviously missing the main players that we have at centre half, because we're not the same having Henderson and Fabinho. Like Klopp was always going to pick them tonight as a back two. We've got Kabak sitting on the sidelines, but he's not going to throw him into a game of that magnitude this early. I mean, he might come in. I know he could have. There's both sides, isn't he? Like he could have, and then we would have had at least one midfielder back into midfield. I thought Jones was all right in the time he was on the ball on the field. He was carrying it forward. I mean, he was playing it backwards a bit too much for me, which was a bit frustrating. But it's just it's a combination of missing personnel and the increasing bad form. We're not playing the same way. Like you can see, Robertson gets to a certain point, he stops and goes, right, fuck it, this is my limit. I can't go any more forward than usually. You'll play to Sadio and then bomb on and do something else. But Trent was a highlight. In the first half, especially, he was great, wasn't he? He was bombing forward. He was trying things. I thought overall he was quite good against Sterling as well. Albeit Sterling had him on toast a couple of times, but Trent done quite well in stemming that flow from that side. But they've got so many good players, and when you're coming up against a team who are that good and who were just in it, like me and Matt touched on the team news pod, when someone's in just like a form where they're just on a roll, it's like you've got to be really good to stop that, even at home, especially with no fans. It's going to be difficult to do that. So it's just it is really frustrating. And I mean, that's 10 points clear now, and they've got a game in hand, so it's really hard to watch. And towards the end, I turned it off, to be honest, when it was like 5 minutes left, because I thought there's nothing here now. And I mean, and also, like I said on the pre-game, we're going to have to just hope that Kabak or Davis come in, and we can kind of start to see a bit of the old Liverpool in there, and we can try and claw a few points back. But it's going to be
let's come on to that then, Mick. No, you're right, mate. It is going to be difficult, but let's come, Matt. I'm going to throw it to you because obviously I wasn't on the team news show. But when you look at it, right, if Klopp had picked the team that he has done, and then we'd have won the game, it'd have been like, oh yeah, genius Klopp and all that sort of stuff. The one thing I want to talk about right now is we've known for weeks that the problem for Liverpool, one of the biggest problems, is the midfield. How getting Fab or getting Hendo back in is the one thing that we need to do. And the reason why we needed to do that was to sign a fucking centre half. So we signed 2 on deadline day. Neither of them play against Brighton, and neither of them have featured today. Now, would it have been unfair to shove one of them in against City? Maybe it would have done. But when Pep changed things at half time and Klopp hadn't changed things, you don't think it might have been a good time to go, right, we're getting a bit overrun in midfield. Let's put Kabak on and let's shove Hendo in the middle or Fab in the middle. Where do you stand on that?
Well, when I saw Jones was coming off, I thought surely he's going to bring Kabak on and shift Hendo into the middle, because Hendo, you could see that he wanted to push forward. Even from centre back, he was pushing forward and trying to get the lads up the pitch.
Yeah,
and he's just on a leash. It's annoying because he needs to be in the middle of the park, and for me, Kabak should have started. I know it's baptism by fire, but it's kind of a no pressure situation because you're expected with a new centre back. City was somewhat expected to win today, given our shoddy ball, the makeshift back four. So you throw him in. Yes, it's the champions elect at this point now, but it's sort of no pressure. In some regards, there's a lot more pressure, I'd say, if you're playing against a team that you're supposed to win, then you mess up. But look, he should start against Leicester, and I think it's more important to get Hendo back into the middle than Fabi. I think Fabi can do a decent enough job at centre back, but I think Hendo definitely pushes us forward a lot more.
Yeah,
I think one of them should have started. I think Kabak should have started, and I think he definitely will start against Leicester. I was quite shocked that Davis wasn't even in the squad, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's another good point. When we looked at the lineup, wasn't it? It was just a bit like this. Why is he not there? It was very strange. But I just want to go into a couple of comments at the minute, Mick. Gareth Chapman on Twitter said at the beginning that the substitutions were shit. I agree with that a little bit. Again, we've said about the change. I think I was about to tweet, make the fucking change when we got the penalty. So I just thought, well, I'll just delete it just in case. You know what I mean? And I'll talk about the goal in a minute when I can be asked, but I do believe that there were better substitutions going to be made. I do agree with the Thiago thing because he was on a yellow card and the game was hotting up a little bit and there was that risk of being sent off. So I get where that was coming from. Chris Kelly on YouTube said Trent shows both sides of his game. Team defending versus Sterling for the first Super Bowl to release Mo for the pen. Absolutely, yeah. Mick, you said it. Sterling did have the better of Trent overall, I think, on the day, but there were signs where Trent was doing really, really well against him. And but again, it's because Trent can't get forward as much as he can because we've not got the right stability at the back, have we? So that's the really frustrating thing. Go on, Matt.
Chris has made two good points. He said this one that you got highlighted about Trent, and the second one that he's made about the cynical fouls. There was a point in the second half where the ball was a through ball in, and Sterling was running onto it, and Trent was just running alongside him, and it was clear that Sterling was just going to blast past him because he's clearly quicker. Trent can just trip him up. A little cynical foul, get a yellow card, and stop the attack from happening. Nothing came from it, but something could have come from it. And I don't know why this cynicism or professionalism has just gone. Just take him out, stop the attack, get everyone back, especially when you've got a makeshift back line.
Yeah.
It's just
true.
something simple to do. It was just frustrating to watch.
Yeah, no, it was, mate, indeed. Tomo's back on Facebook, mate. Good evening, pal. If we can't get up for the game, that could mean our fight to keep a sniff of the league wasn't good enough. Hendo needs to be in the middle, end of. Yeah, it's absolutely true. And Matt, you touched on it before. I think for the Leicester game, he does make those changes where at least Fab or Hendo is back in the midfield. All right, let's just talk about the goal, because we did fucking finally score at Anfield after God knows how long. I think Martin Tyler, during his history, I swear to fucking Christ, if Martin Tyler didn't get an A-star in history in school, there's no justice, because every fucking game, all he does is give a history lesson of who scored on that blade of grass 5 years ago. You fucking missed that penalty 7 years ago. You know what I mean? It's fucking boring. Change it up. For fuck's sake, get Clive Tilsley on. We know Clive. We love Clive. Get him on. But yeah, I mean, it was a good ball by Trent, and I think that was the thing that we should have been doing, Mick, shouldn't we? The runs for Salah and Mane were there. They were still making those runs, and all it took was a ball over the top, and we were in behind them. Oh, albeit it was a fucking mistake, but we ended up getting the penalty. And you just think at 1-1, you think, right, we're gonna have it now. Let's crack on. Let's capitalise.
Yeah, and it comes back to Van Dijk again. He was one of the best passes of a ball you probably ever see from that position at centre back, because he does those all the time, and we're missing that. Even Gomez and Matip are capable of it. So it's just that. I mean, we've got two ball playing midfielders in there now, so it's a bit different. But yeah, it's we're not playing our normal game. It seems like we're a bit scared to do that. We're a bit hesitant to do certain things. We're getting to certain stages on the pitch where we stop and we think, right, what do we do now? Right, I'll go backwards and then see what happens from there. And it's just all a bit. It's a bit fractured, and you're just thinking, where's our goal going to come from? And obviously, I thought the penalty might have been a bit soft. Like if it was the other end, I might have been thinking, I'm not sure.
I'd have been fuming. Yeah, I would have been.
I mean, he holds him, but I don't know. And then Salah steps up and bags it. I was still shitting my pants as well for that one, by the way. When he was stepping up for that, I thought he was going to miss.
You never like his penalties, though, do you? You don't like his pens.
Yeah, but it's like you said, Jay. You hit the nail on the head. We needed the runs from Salah and Mane are always there. It's just we need to go right. Let's just keep doing it. Like they're always going to be making those runs. We just need to try and find them, but. I mean, Kabak's got this. He's got this penchant for long balls like that. So I'm hoping he can come into the team. And
word of the day.
What was that?
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Penchant. Yeah.
Did you swallow a dictionary?
Yeah, but he's apparently good at that. To be honest, I'm not seeing much of him, but apparently he is good at doing stuff like that. So I'm hoping we can see that. And the quicker, like the lads in the comments have said, the fucking bang on. The quicker we get either Fabinho or Henderson back into the midfield, we'll see an uplift in performances. Like it's not rocket science.
No, it's not. And I think when you look at the way we've been playing for the last 3 or 4 years, Matt, we've been fucking brilliant, haven't we? You know, that 17-18 season, if you go from the opening day of the season and against Watford when we drew 3-3, and you're like, for fuck's sake.
Your mic's gone, mate.
Letting it laugh.
Oh. Your mic's gone.
Yeah, it came back and then went again. Can't hear you, Jay. Okay, Matt. Let's see what Tomo's saying. Did anyone else think it should have been a red card though? Stones have caught Salah. Did you think it was a red card, Matt?
Nah. I think this is the new double jeopardy rule, isn't there? I mean, a pen is a yellow card unless it's an open goal. So the keeper's got a chance of saving it. So I think a few years ago it would have been a red, but now it's a yellow. Still, I think it was a bit soft anyway.
Am I back?
You're back.
You're back.
Fucking great stuff. All I was saying is that we've been playing full pelt for 4 fucking years. As much as I'm fucking gutted, and it does look like I'll be going taking fucking ribbons off that trophy. I think this was always going to happen. I didn't expect it to fucking collapse the way it has done. Well, at the end of the day, if we can secure top 4 and maybe do a good fucking Champions League run, we can't really be. I don't know. I can't say. It's I'm trying to find the positive, boys. Fucking help me. I can't.
It's burnout. It's burnout, especially considering the fact that he can't even make changes because the players he wants to rotate are injured. It's to be expected. Didn't think it'd happen like this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's time to start looking at this season as a bit of a reset. See what we can do. It's clear that, look, there's no title race, there's no title charge for us, and if City win their game in hand, it's pretty much champions elect, because it's 13 from us, it's 8 from United, and if anyone's going to slip up out of them two, it's United. City look like a machine at the moment, let's be honest. I think it's just time to switch focus on, are we in a title race, and just get back to winning ways, get back to picking up points. And as depressing as it sounds to just get top 4, that's kind of imperative at the moment, because everyone wins their game in hand. It gets a lot closer than it is at the moment. And just reset, get a proper pre-season in, and then go again. I don't think that we need a system change, because the systems work perfectly for the last 4 years, and I mean, you know how hard it is to implement a system. He's not going to do it halfway through a season with limited players. But if they just reset, get top 4, and go again next year.
Yeah, Mick, Matt's made a really good point there. Mick, how are you feeling about that? Because, like I said, it's been a fantastic couple of years for us, and and I'm sure a lot of people will say the whole, well, if you'd said 30 years ago we're not going to win the league for 30 years, but then we'll win it once in about 2 or 3, but challenge every year, you'd have take that, you'd have bit your hand off. It's that old cliche of saying it, isn't it? And it's nice that we've got those memories to look back on, and we can. It's a weird couple of years for everybody in terms of what's been happening with the league and how cramped the fixtures are, and it's no fans in the stadium. It definitely, there's been a lot of mitigated circumstances, but the injuries have killed us with more than we thought they would. But are you, obviously in 10 days' time we're going to be playing Leipzig? Maybe a fresh competition, or a competition that we know and love. Would that reignite the passion or the players a little bit?
I think it will. I mean, I don't know how long Diego Jota's going to take to come back, but I think him coming back can have a huge impact on that. And I mean, he's already scored a load in the short time he's been here, and especially in the Champions League when he got that hat-trick against Atalanta. But I think that competition and him coming back. So what are we, 7th today, Leipzig on the 6th. I don't know if he'll be back for that game, but he might be back for the second leg, mightn't he, at Anfield on the 10th of March. I imagine he'll be back for that one. I think a fresh competition, and just not thinking about the league and where you're going to be after the game and whatever else, stuff like that. It might be a bit fresher for us. And we've just got to, like Matt said, it's going to be 13 points, and it's like City are a machine. We need to just focus on Champions League now, getting players back into position. I mean, like Matt said, we can't switch formation or system now. We just haven't got the players to fulfill the formation and the system the way Klopp wants it. Ultimately, that is the thing we haven't got. He's got a very structured system. He gets players, and he only wants the best of the best in each position. The fact is that if you lose them players, there's always going to be a drop off. The fact that we're only 5 points behind United and 10, probably 13 behind City is I'm a bit amazed by, to be honest, that we haven't had Van Dijk since October, and Gomez were pretty much the same. The fact that we're still up and around there is it's not I wouldn't say it's a miracle, but it's put such a strain on the team. And like we keep saying, the domino effect in terms of how a Liverpool team is. And like, you listen to Gary Neville and commenting, and he's like, it's not quite the same Liverpool. They're not pressing in the same way in the first 20 minutes here that I expected. It's like, what do you expect? It's not the same team. If you have Van Dijk and Gomez and everyone else in there, then that would happen. But the fact of the matter is, we're not going to take unnecessary risks. And I think that's why you see from the likes of Curtis Jones, who good on the ball, but he's not playing his natural game. Robertson the same on left back. He comes off towards the end. It's not the same Liverpool, because everyone's a little bit scared to do the things that come naturally to them, because they don't want to lose the ball and they don't want to concede a goal. So I'm hoping, like you said, Jay, Champions League might be a nice little respite for us, and to have a bit of fresh momentum in a different competition might be nice for us.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think with Diogo Jota coming back at some point, he was always due back in February, wasn't he, Matt? So the likelihood of him coming back to give the front three another push, and again, it's another option from the bench if he does come from the bench and stuff like that. And if we can start getting these players back and having that depth in the squad that we did have at the beginning of the season, where you looked at our bench and you're like, that's exactly what we wanted. Now, I'm not going to fucking put fuel on the fire where Van Dijk has been included in the Premier League squad for the rest of the year. I'm not adding fuel to the fire that he's been put in the Champions League squad for the rest of the year. But, no, I'm not even going to fucking go there because he ain't going to fucking play, so shut up, Jay. But what I would love to see is a Kabak and Davies partnership going forward. So Fab, Hendo and Thiago can be that midfield three.
Yeah, I agree completely. I'm getting to the point now that I don't care that he's come from Preston, he's a centre-back. I don't care if Kabak's never played in the Premier League, he's a centre-back. Just get him in, regardless of how good or how shit they are or going to be, and get Fab and Hendo back in the midfield and then just start working like a machine like we have been for the last 3 years, from midfield to up front, because to play with a patched-up defence, just have proper centre-backs there and get your midfield working at 100, get your strike force working at 100 and just deal with it. Because right now we're just dealing with it with the rest of the team affected. But if the rest of the team can get unsung, then you imagine that Fab and Hendo in the midfield are going to piss off, John. That Fab and Hendo in the midfield are going to protect.
God, he's not a Liverpool fan. That's fucking swear. But John, thanks for joining us, mate. We appreciate it. But it looks like you've been having a blowjob from Zippy from fucking Rainbow Health. So fuck off. Carry on.
But yeah, Hendo and Fab would give the defence more protection anyway. So just get the 2 centre-backs in, or even Fab, keep Fab, but get the centre-backs in and get Hendo back in the midfield because it's needed. Yeah.
Mick, would you start Davies and Kabak against Leicester and just go, fuck it?
I would, but it was yeah, he's not gonna. That's the thing. I know he's gonna play at least. I expected today. I was willing him to go right. Go Fabinho and go Kabak. Put Henderson back in midfield. Have Gini and Thiago as well, and really get at these because he's supported Liverpool. Don't worry, fellas. He's supported Liverpool. Yeah, but I don't know. Like the fact that Davies went over on the bench today, like I imagine we need to get both of them up to speed. I mean, we know Klopp likes to bring players in and then give them like a few months to bed into the system, but we're not in a normal season here. We're playing every fucking 3 games, so we need to get sorted sharpish. Otherwise, we're gonna. Yeah, we need to get sharp quick, especially that Leipzig game. I mean, we're away in fucking Budapest. The random as fuck. John, you're clearly not a Liverpool fan. I'm sorry, mate, if you're saying that Alisson is Kepa 2.0.
Mate, he's not a Liverpool fan. He absolutely isn't. He definitely isn't. Yeah. Oh, mate, don't block him. Fucking hell's having fun then.
I'm giving him 5 minutes to calm down. He's obviously not very calm.
Oh, Jeffrey, fucking give it me again. Fucking
Kepa, I love you.
Zippy bungle up my ass. Fucking knobhead. Do you know what? I'm going to have to John next time I have the fucking rainbow theme tune on this fucking podcast. Yeah. I just want to pick up something that Tomo said earlier. But Tom's a bit right. He said, I don't think Davies is a start, even Fab has done well in Kabak. Yeah, I agree with that. I think maybe Davies is the one, you know, the extra body that we need and stuff like that. But to be fair to Tom, I just think fuck it, just put both centre halves in against Leicester. What it can't get any fucking worse, can it really? But again, we need to have our heads on and go like we still need this fucking top 4. But Tomo said earlier about maybe because Klopp's such a fantastic manager, unless you John Rainbow you want Klopp out. He could change the formation now, and Tomo said something earlier about having an out-and-out striker with Firmino just behind. And obviously he's put Haaland, I would love to see, and of course we would. And there's been talk about Haaland and Mbappe and all that sort of stuff. But you do get the feeling sometimes that in situations like this game today, having an out-and-out striker would be like, imagine a Torres or a Suarez in that side today. It would just unlock it, wouldn't it? It'd be fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Fucking hell, James Davis is going at it. Yeah.
These are Bernard accounts. These are Bernard fucking Man United accounts.
We're all in WhatsApp group. Like, James, I've been blocked. Right, you go on. You go in now. Right, James, relegation battle incoming. Okay, mate. Yeah, no problem. No.
We appreciate the views.
Yeah, we do, yeah. Hit that like and subscribe button, my man.
Why are you here, James? Fucking hell, you got the best name in the world. Fucking like and subscribe, son.
I'd like an out and out number 9, but then again, like I said before, I don't really think the system needs changing.
It doesn't, mate. It really doesn't. You're right.
You can't exactly sign Haaland to have him as an impact player off the bench. If you sign him, you're going to change the system. It's a tricky one. I mean, if someone says if Haaland wants to come to Liverpool, then yeah, fuck it, change the system. Because Haaland it's Erling Haaland or it's Kylian Mbappe. If you can get them in, fair enough. But just to go and get
we got another one. You feel Everton are finishing above you this year. Season's not finished yet, Lewis. It's fucking February. Let's see what happens in May. The same thing again. Happy days, but we don't know it. But hang on, but didn't Everton finish above us anyway? Because didn't the league finish in fucking October? I thought Everton had already won the league. Not bad.
Oh, he's put Liverpool. I thought he was saying Liverpool, but he's putting Liverpool.
This is James who's saying it because John said it the other day. So Liverpool. Oh, okay, James.
Oh, that's genius. Can we have these on every week? Because this is fucking making my day better.
He's got really well. Well in, James.
Go ahead, Tomo. Get stuck in, lad.
Come on, lad. How many trophies, Lewis? Liverpool is blue. It's been blue since 1995. Carry on, Matthew.
95.
Haaland would be nice, but
Fair play, Ollie. Fair play for the banter, though, pal. Honestly, we appreciate it. It is keep the banter flowing, mate. There's no hate, there's no abuse or anything like that, mate. Honestly, just crack on, mate. Carry on, Matthew.
Yeah, Haaland would be nice. That's the crux of it. But actually, touching on Kabak thing, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him against Leicester, and he gets introduced against Leipzig because Bundesliga team came from the Bundesliga. I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp gives him another game, another week to get in. But something needs to change, and nothing can change until we get the bodies back. Let's be honest. He can't. What's he going to do? Put a new back five in? Nothing can change.
True. Mick, before we finish, mate, just sort of final word from yourself. It's bad, but because of what we've been used to. We've been used to the success. We've been used to the league title going down to the wire, or blitzing it away. It's not that bad, isn't it? I'm sure everyone will feel different within a day or two and all that sort of stuff. I think it's one of them. Sorry, just fucking.
This is I'm loving this because it's just pure shit that they don't believe anyway.
I love it. It's true. Lewis probably supports Norwich or something. He's trying to get a bite out of us. It's just funny. Brilliant. I love it. Lewis, come on the podcast every week, mate. Please just jump in them comments every week. It's fucking brilliant. Like I said,
give him the link so he joins the stream.
Yeah, we'll send him the link privately. Absolutely. But yeah, Mick, like I said, mate, it's been on the downslide in terms of like the injuries and all that sort of stuff, hasn't it? And since the middle of December, and we just thought, like you said before, mate, we've done really well to cope, haven't we? The amount of injuries that we've had and stuff like that. But there have been times where we should have done better in games than we haven't. We deserve to lose the games we lost. We've not deserved anything from the games that we've drawn. We've got nobody to blame but ourselves. I'm not putting the Van Dijk thing on blast and say that's the reason why we haven't been here, because there's been loads of reasons, but it just shows that when you don't have a player like that and you've got to fill in the blanks, it's difficult because you lose some in the middle then. But the longer this goes on in terms of the weeks, we'll have these players going back, and who knows what could happen. We could get a really good run in the Champions League and it could remain positive come the end of the season, and we'll just have to go again, won't we, next year?
Yeah, 100%. Like once next year, like if Van Dijk and Gomez and whoever else are back, then it won't be the same Liverpool, but it'll at least be as close a version as we've seen before. I mean, once we see like Naby Keita's been out the firing line, and I mean, like they're trying to get him fit to a point where he's.
To be fair, James has got a point. Klopp didn't have his teeth changed, didn't he? When from his first press to where he is.
Yeah, they were horrendous, but yeah, once we get like obviously Keita back, I don't know. The thing is with Keita, if you get to the point where he's back again and he breaks down again, then I don't know where he goes, because he's kind of getting set up on a pedestal at the moment, because they're not bringing him back because they want to build him up. And if he comes back and then gets injured again, then where do we go? Because you've done everything you can to get him to there, and then if he fucking fails, then you're fucked. So it's the same with that, and then obviously Jota coming back as well. That'll be a huge thing, because I think Chris put in the comments, like, he can be our Torres and be the running behind option. I couldn't have said that any better. Like, he can be that, and he puts pressure on the front three as well to make them work that little bit harder. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. We'll have to wait for players to come back, see what happens. We've got 2 new centre halves we haven't fucking played yet. We don't even know how they're gonna do. We don't know. Like, Phillips has done well in the short space he's been in. Even if we played like a Kabak and Phillips, I don't know, Kabak and Phillips or Kabak and Davis or fucking whatever, as long as we can get midfielders back into actually midfield, then that's where the difference can happen.
Oof.
Mate, so he's waited around for the 5-minute ban just to put that in. Fucking hell.
Fair play to John. John Rainbow, love you, pal. You crack on. You keep coming back. I didn't realise we got beat by Everton tonight. So, fucking superb, absolutely superb.
Well, great win for them.
Well done, Everton, for beating us tonight. But yeah, no, that was it. We appreciate everybody that's been in the comments tonight. Tom Baker, again, thanks for coming in, pal. We really appreciate it. Chris Kelly as well. Ian Thompson, Lewis Green. Thank you very much. Obviously, John Rainbow, big shout out to him as well. We want to say thank you to Tomo and Gav as well for our regulars as well. We really, really appreciate it. And we appreciate the Everton and United fans that have joined us tonight in basking in the defeat of Liverpool. And maybe the fact that the league title's gone, it's fine. But you know what? All Big Ears is going to be calling our name in about 10 days' time, and we'll see what happens there. You never know. My thanks to Mick. Thank you to Matthew. We'll be back for Leicester game, because we're all trying to keep happy and keep positive. At the end of the day, let's just look back on those DVDs we bought. Yeah. Let's look back at them. It's all good fun. See you for Leicester game. Fuck it. Stay off Twitter. Don't look at the league table. Laters.